never know who's going to see what you do.
That's why we're here. Hi, my name is Jeremy Shines, and this is another episode with Scott Wilson in Community Conversations. Well, Scott, we were just talking about the YouTube thingy, and you never know who's watching.
Yeah, it was, at that time the Japanese had never been here, so I don't know if there's any connection at all to the fact that I put that out there and somebody saw it, and that there's now a Japanese presence. I would doubt it. You never know.
That's, like you said, you never know who's watching. And I've heard like sermons where the gentleman would say, I was preaching to 10 people in the audience, and one person in the audience was someone who knew someone who knew someone, or that someone, and that was a part of my journey to being, who they were. It's just I was at that forum in Oshkosh. I thought about aerodynamics. I thought about applying them to bikes. I looked on the internet. I found out about this place. I've been coming every year ever since. Right.
Just like that. And
that's interesting because that's why we also do the show too, because you get exposure too. People are like, I've seen you, or oh yeah, well, And it's, I don't personally. My theory about the Mona Lisa, I have not done research, so don't quote me. Is the Mona Lisa is more of an idea of. It's popular. It's popular because everyone knew the dude's paintings. What was his name?
Was that Michelangelo?
Was it Michelangelo? I don't know.
Leonardo da Vinci? I don't know.
But he had so much content to the point where everyone knew who he was. And it's like...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's accurate or not.
I don't know. That's why I'm saying don't quote me.
Yeah, right.
But it was... what I've learned is, in order to be popular, people don't have to like you.
Well,
I'm not saying...
Well, you got a point. I mean,
right.
They're looking at your work.
Right. Whether it's,
And actually, you talk about shock jocks and stuff like that. People listen to them whether or not they're agreeing with them. Mm-hmm. I was listening to stuff on the radio last night to stay awake, and they were talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. So there are different motivations for what you're doing too.
And that's where I don't know. I had a friend. He was he was in high school at the time, and he just starts rapping in front of me. Now this guy he's white.
Yeah.
I don't rap. I'm black. It's part of our culture, I guess.
Well, it's funny. It started out black, I think, but a lot of rappers are white now.
Yeah, and I started to do it because I saw it, and I got into that kind of crowd, and it would just, I would never thought I would do that, and then like film too.
Yeah.
Even
how'd you get started?
I watched the movie The Dark Knight with the Joker with Heath Ledger.
Okay.
You remember that?
I didn't see it, but I think I have heard of it.
When I've always loved movies. Mm-hmm. When I saw that, I was like, I want to be a director.
Yeah.
And then I made a lot of bad short films and stuff, but I've learned from, and that was my initial like, I want to do that, and then I started doing it.
Well, that's the bottom line, is to go forward. I've thought about building a bike. Mm-hmm. I haven't done it. I haven't gone forward.
Right.
You're going forward. You're doing what you're pursuing it. You're checking it out. You're seeing if it works for you. And that's the bottom line. You really have to. Sometimes you just got to take life by the horns and do it. Right. And one of the things that happens with these bikes is perfection is the enemy of success, because people are trying to make it like I was talking to a guy. He's been building bikes for years. He's around my age. He's a professor at Cal Poly, and he doesn't do the welding. He has a friend do the welding, and the welder is a perfectionist and has spent 3 years building the bike frame for his next bike that he's going to run here. 3 years, because he wanted it just right. And whereas the guy who built the bike for the gal in town, he builds a bike in a year when he builds one. And he's built a bunch of them. They've got one here now. It's another one. And I know of, he built a tandem, he built one for her, he built another bike of his own. So I know of at least 4 or 5 that he's built just in the time I've been coming here. And I'm betting there's more. And he doesn't even build them to ride them himself anymore. He was the tandem he rode. He had one that he rode before that. It's the Wahoo, Larry Lem. And he's on the board now of the IHPVA.
But he just did it.
Yeah, he does it. He gets it done. He's in a college environment. I don't know what he does, but he knows how to do enough that he gets it done. I find myself, when I'm not sure, I tend to sit instead of do.
I think most people are like that. I do that. When I think too much about it, I actually hinder myself from doing it.
Yeah.
But when I just kind of just take that faith step.
It's tricky. You don't want to go.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you don't do it, because you don't find out.
You kind of have to crash and burn.
Well, yeah.
You know,
I mean,
that's inevitable.
There's certainly nothing wrong with failing. It's a great learning experience, and it's often can lead to symbiotic stuff that you've learned from other people who are involved in some way or another. I'm trying to think of how I had something in my mind, but I've lost it.
Perfection. You said perfection
is the enemy of getting it done.
Getting it done, yeah. And you know that I was looking. You know, it's funny.
What happens is it's actually the enemy of even getting started sometimes, and that's the worst part.
I was looking back at the work that I've done. My friend gave me a cable that I can finally hook up my other terabyte drive that I hadn't been using in a while, and I had like stuff from like
your
college.
Old work. Yeah.
And I was looking at it, and
Where'd you go to school?
I went to so many different schools. Didn't complete any of them. Hopefully this one. I went to the Academy of Art. I studied.
Where's that?
It's in San Francisco.
And
then I went to the Art Institute. I went to a business college. I forget, something Jones University when I was in the military. I went to the Montana State University. Yeah.
What brought you to Battle Mountain?
My wife got a teaching position.
Oh, really? What'd she teach?
First grade.
My daughter has taught first. Kindergarten's her favorite, but she has taught first as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I never thought I would teach. I'm not a teacher. I mean, kind of. We're all teachers and students at times and seasons in our life. But I was subbing there, and it was just so weird. It was just weird to. It was cool. It was fun.
When I think of the abuse that we gave subs, I'd be reticent to do that. But it can be very rewarding.
You never know. I would say
who's listening.
You
back
never
to
know.
the other theme. You know, which kids are actually, because the sub provides something totally different potentially for the kids. You know, a whole other window on the world. I'm sorry, you're starting to say.
You're good. It's don't think that you should. This is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
It just let go and just see where life takes you. Within that being said, don't sin, but just let go and just
Ellen Allison, promoters.
My daughter just ran out.
I know.
Yeah.
I saw that. But your wife just ran out too, so that's good.
Yeah. Now we're actually. Might.
Yeah.
So that was the thing. Was I would get asphyxiated, like, this is what I'm supposed to do. I would never be doing this. I saw someone do a TV show, and this is the only reason why I'm doing a TV show kind of esque thing. And I was a part of one of their shows, and I always thought I'm supposed to be doing this. I thought I was supposed to be doing this, and I'm starting to learn that. I'm starting to realize more that life is just about not setting yourself on this is what I'm supposed to do. Just do whatever.
It is. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be finishing my book.
Hey, guess what?
But
Do you want to have a seat? We're actually recording again.
oh no, I'm really supposed to be finishing my.
You're not in
What's
the
your
shot.
book on?
But
What's your book on?
it's called Driving Without a Clue.
Hey, we're recording.
Driving Without a Clue?
It's all about alternative transportation.
Oh.
Replacing Donald Trump as president.
Yeah, but that
We're
too, I'm
recording.
sure.
I just want to keep telling you that.
Well, that's just goes without saying that it's not part of the project.
Right, because I know that we spoke and you said that you don't want to say anything. You don't want to say too much.
Yeah. Just because my life is at stake here.
So something about you loving Donald Trump or something, right?
No, that has nothing to do with it. The comments I was making in the book about, like I was thinking about, you're filming. I better get out of your interview.
No, see, we're interviewing
This
you.
has happened before.
We're just being subtle.
See, this is how he gets me hooked. Okay,
That's right. Yeah.
This is the interview with
Here,
Mike.
here.
Have a seat.
He's off camera.
Have a seat.
Have a seat.
No. You
Seriously.
keep-
Have a seat.
I gotta go.
I'll just stand here. No, you guys.
gotta go use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay, if you insist.
But you're not in the shot. You're in the shot when you sit down.
Oh boy, I can't even move.
Finally got Mike in the show. Hey, Mike.
Well, I can't tell you why I can't tell you too much about the project.
Oh yeah, you don't have to
Public.
talk about that, sir.
That's okay.
So you're here helping out. How did you?
Every year,
Yeah.
I think this is the 5th year I've done it, volunteered.
Mhm.
So, last year I was a flagger for the first time, but this year I don't know. I guess we have enough flaggers, and flagger just means you got to stop traffic.
You stop traffic. How much traffic is there?
Today it's not too bad because it's being Sunday morning, but during the week, there's 2 of the ranch roads we got to stop people from coming onto the highway during a run, and that's it. Philippine Ranch Road and Buffalo Ranch Road, or I forgot.
Is there another way they can go?
Yeah,
get to their
there's
destination.
There's detours around.
Long
Yeah.
detours.
For Philippine, I don't know which road they have to take, or if they can shoot it straight down to the Phoenix mine. But
That's what you mean by stop traffic. Just direct
Yeah.
them in a different way.
well, on the highway, you can't let them in from any of the ranch roads when the bikes are running. We have 20 minutes each time. We can stop traffic for up to 20 minutes, and then we have to let them clear the course and open it back up again. And then however many minutes it is before we can start it again. Like this morning, I think there was 4 sets of 4 bikes each. Launching is usually try to launch every 2 minutes. I don't know how much. What's his name? Because I always forget everyone's name. Scott, yeah. I like him. I've talked to him for years. I just can't remember the names year to year. But anyway, but we also shut down 305, which is one of the few places you can shut down a highway in the country for an event like this. So
what do you're a truck driver?
yes,
You're still truck driving?
not right now.
No. So you just kind of take side jobs here and there everywhere, or what do you?
Not
do you do
in
most of the
trucking,
time?
but yeah, side jobs not involving trucking.
How long have you been in Battle Mountain?
I don't know,
You don't know.
12 or 15. It's probably 13, 14 years now. I don't know. I forgot. Someday I'll have to look it up to see. Correlate the
All right.
dates.
Thank you, Scott.
Sure. Jeremy.
I guess I'll have to fill you in more about the book later.
I have got to
He's-
get some sleep.
What?
I arrived this morning. I've had 2 hours sleep. I've got to get some sleep.
Oh, you too? I got 3 hours left.
Yeah, but see, I need 8. You only need 4.
No, I need 8. That's why I bought my watch, was to get 8,
Oh, okay.
keep track. But anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
You're talking to everybody about this book. You're saying the same
Yeah,
thing.
but I get feedback from it. It's like someone out on the course this morning. I was talking to him, and there isn't too much new feedback I'm picking up after all these years, but still, it's just
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that book, but
No.
I was just noticing that you said the same thing to
we
him.
can
as
talk
you said
about the
to me.
book, but not the gist of the project.
Okay. So what do you want to talk about?
Nothing. I want to go home.
You want to go home?
Yeah, we're gonna have to splice this into another interview because
Okay.
I'm dead. And I got to go out, where the TS ranch is. Not TS, 25 ranch. I got to go out there and feed and water some cats.
Well, I'm so glad that for the little bit of time that I finally got you in front of the camera. But that basically concludes our fused interview.
Yeah, or partial.
But we're gonna get you on an actual, your official
seriously,
own
I think
episode.
I just swept
That's fine.
the road down there for about the last 5.5 hours.
Oh.
So I'm dead.
All right, Mike.
I think I hit the course. I left here at 5 after 5 this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Handshake.
Oh, yeah, I saw it out of the corner of my eye.
God bless.
There's a hand over there. Anyway, I'm glad you found it.
Yeah.
That's right, it's still running. Good.
Yeah. It was running, and